It was a grim and somber mood in Ottawa today as MPs of all stripes mourned the death of Conservative MP Jim Hillyer, who died this morning at the age of 41. Hillyer was found in his Ottawa office. He was the Conservative member for Medicine Hat, Cardston, Warner. He was also a cancer survivor who had a bone marrow transplant in 2003. Now joining us now from Ottawa is Conservative MP Harold Albrecht. Mr. Albrecht, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
You've lost a friend and colleague. What should Canadians know about Mr. Hillyer?
Well, Mr. Hillyer was just a very hard-working, quiet, got about his business with not a lot of fanfare, just easy to talk to, a good friend. We had some great conversations in the lobby of the House, and he's going to be missed very, very much by all of his colleagues in the House, not only in my caucus, but across the aisle as well.
Now, this is drama that gripped the Hill early this morning. How did you find out about this?
Well, there were some rumors as we arrived on the Hill that one of our colleagues had passed away. Obviously, we weren't sure who it was, but when we finally did find out when we were in caucus this morning, it was a very sad time. And let me tell you, there were a lot of tears, a lot of handshakes, hugging, recognizing how fragile life is. And for me personally, it was a very poignant moment, as about 5 years ago I suddenly lost my wife Betty, and I can't say enough, God, about how my Conservative colleagues and all my colleagues in the House rallied around me at that time. And so it's so important at a time like this that we come together as family and support one another. We support Livy and her children, and in this loss, that's a real shock to all of us. But I'm so thankful that Jim and his family have a very strong faith, and I know that they will get through this, and there's going to be all kinds of support from his family, his colleagues here in the House, and I trust from his constituency as well. I'm sure that will happen.
Have you had a chance at all to be in touch with his family today?
I have not. My wife has been in touch with his wife Livy and helped to make arrangements for them to get back to their constituency. And from all reports that she's given me, they are doing very well under the circumstances that they're in.
Parliament Hill and that building behind you, one big family. What did you think of the gestures and the words on the Hill today?
Amazing, amazing, from all sides. I thought Rona Ambrose tribute, the Prime Minister tribute, Tom Mulcair's tribute, Elizabeth May, they were all extremely heartfelt. It was wonderful to be in that room today, and to be reminded, as our Prime Minister reminded us today, of the fact that on Parliament Hill we're busy, we're going about our work here on the Hill, and then we're back to our constituencies, and we don't have enough time to really get to know each other well. Just the sheer numbers of members of Parliament makes it difficult, and then the busyness of our schedule. So it's a reminder to me again today, Harold, take time to get to know your colleagues as best you can under the limitations that we all recognize that we work under.
A lot of people who voted for him in his riding are going to be wondering, 41 years old, was there any indication that he was in ill health to this point?
Well, he had endured a severe skiing accident, I think about 1.5 years ago, and had undergone a lot of surgery on that knee and had subsequent infections. But other than that, there was no indication of any life-threatening. I spoke to him the day before in the lobby of the House of Commons, and there was no indication at all of anything. Now, obviously, we know that he pushed himself to be back here so he would be part of the budget deliberations. We don't know how he was feeling. He indicated to us he was feeling well. However, whether or not there was something hidden that we were not aware of, I wouldn't want to say. But having traveled here, having had surgery, there's so many possibilities in terms of medical possibilities that I don't want to speculate as to what may have been the cause of death.
Well, you have our condolences for the loss of your colleague, Harold Albrecht in Ottawa. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, and thanks for sharing this story with all Canadians.
Yeah, it's important.